EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Brooklyn Barons. Of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
First carry of the ball game. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
Second and 10. At the 20.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's third and 6. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A 25-yard attempt.
And this is up and good from Pinheiro.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this carries into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And the Steeler first down.
They'll run here with McFarland. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time. And his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Barons 10, Steelers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for that. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They run the counter. McFarland. And he'll be taken down at the 18.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 8 yards to move him into a 3rd and 13 here.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Forced out to his left. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Deron Payne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end. Oh, had to get it up, and it's a touchdown.
But they didn't have the normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
Well, for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
Steelers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Montez Sweat in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. On the ground, it's McFarland. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After one, 17-7 is our score. Now they try the right side here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He rifles one, it's intercepted. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it over. They have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Barons 24, Steelers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Second and 9 now. Hitting Juju on the slant. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
It's taken in by Smith-Schuster, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a third down and very long. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Barons 31, Steelers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Steeler first down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got him in. Complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Running with McFarland. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland.
Anthony McFarland.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll throw now on the final play. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The throw going to be incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. On first down, McFarland. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 17. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 49 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Second and 11. Slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now Rashad Penny. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And this offense is running away with this one. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Steelers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st down, they'll start with McFarland. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackle through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a run with McFarland. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the Steelers 1st down.
Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
A gain of 40.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. An inside handoff. This is McFarland. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Batted in the air, now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll get it way down inside the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
He better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
2nd and 3.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
7-yard line.
I can't stand myself.
On play action, they'll throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
21-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They go play action here on 1st down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Barons 48, Steelers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, what was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down. Today's final score, Barons.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.